Now, why a talk show? Like every other talk show, we'll have a host of influencers coming in and chatting with us. But then we realize, let's make it more candid, let's make it more conversational and a little controversial as well. I hope the caffeine served over here is addictive. Hi, good evening everybody. Welcome to episode 1 of Green Tea Talks. Today we have somebody who's very special. She's gorgeous, she's beautiful, and she's slamming Instagram left, right, center. I'm very glad to get her on the couch today. Megha Bajaj. How are you doing, Megha?
Very well, thank you.
How does it feel to be at Green Tea Talks?
It feels really nice to be on this show with you because I mean it's just about keeping it real and having real conversations. So I was like, this sounds like fun.
Okay, sounds good. So your Insta page is Megha Bajaj, right? You're into fashion blogging. You're a beauty influencer, a lifestyle influencer.
Yeah.
How this thing came into your mind? When did you exactly start your probably Instagram page or your website? You recently launched your website. It's chicdelachic.com,
yes,
right? So how did you get this thing into your mind of starting something related to blogging or being an influencer?
Well, I basically started out as a model and an actor in Mumbai, and I just liked the platform Instagram when it was new and not a lot of people knew about it.
Right.
Like not a lot of people knew about Instagram back in the day. It was brand new, so there was only like all those cream people or you could just say the elites were on Instagram. So it just felt like a very exclusive platform to be on. So I just hit off with Instagram with my modeling pictures and everything, and I don't know, the followers just kept rolling in, and then Coffee by Debella happened, and I did a couple of campaigns with them as a brand ambassador, and the result was amazing. People just loved those pictures, and I had all these brands approaching me from different platforms and asking me to pose for them using their products and use those pictures on my social media because I had a great
So you're just going along with time.
So I would call myself an accidental blogger, I suppose, because it just fell into my lap and I was just like, okay, this sounds cool, and this looks, I don't know, fun, so let's just go ahead with this.
That's good. So I just want to know, this entire swing of being a fashion diva, right? How does it feel, right? You put a lot of pictures when it comes to fashion, right? Lifestyle.
It's something that comes naturally to me. I mean, that's the kind of person I am even when I step out on a normal day. So it's not like I'm like, putting on a show or doing something that's out of the ordinary or something. So even when I get out of the house normally or whatever, I like teching up. I like looking nice. I like wearing the clothes that make me feel good. For me, life's a runway, like they say. So, That's
good. So, Megha, if I'm not wrong, you're from Chandigarh. Right? You're born and brought up in Chandigarh. You like that Punjabi girl.
Absolutely.
Right. So how come Mumbai? How come you all of a sudden thought about coming to Mumbai?
It wasn't sudden to begin with, and secondly, I've done theatre all my life, pretty much from when I was in 5th grade in school. I've been in theatre workshops and I've performed in so many stage shows back in Chandigarh as well. So acting was something that I really felt passionate about even when I was a kid, and I just wanted to give it a shot and try. And I think the only thing that interested me about modeling was magazine cover pages and stuff and editorials and all. They're just so interesting and they're just so unique to look at, and they're like so fancy and everything. So other than that, I wanted to act, and Mumbai is the place to be if you have to act.
So I know you had this thing in your mind that I'm going to Mumbai only to become an actor.
Not really. I'm never too stubborn about one particular thing. I like seeing my comfort level above anything and everything else. If something falls, that's something that I want to do. If it falls into the path of the things that make me feel comfortable and make me happy on a daily basis, then yes, that's what I am going to pursue. If it doesn't, then something else is going to come my way, which always.
So when you came to Mumbai, how did Mumbai treat you? I'm sure you might be having a lot of relatives, a lot of friends already in Mumbai.
My father had a lot of business colleagues over here, and we did have a few family friends as well. So Mumbai has always felt like just another place.
So initially, was it a kind of difficult to come into something related to fashion and acting? It's an industry which is very difficult to get in.
Not really.
Not really?
I never had a hard time. The only thing that I found difficult was trying to cope up with the constant pressure of how many auditions a day you have to give, and how many times you have to venture out for meetings and everything. That's just, it's like 1 out of
Right.
50 or 100 work out or out of the sensibilities that you would want to do it, or make you happy that, oh, this is exactly what I wanted. Otherwise, there are characters, you can't always get characters written for you because you want to be that particular character or whatever. So there are things that weren't exactly the way I wanted them to be. So for as long as they were, things were great.
That's good, right? So, what do you feel about this entire industry of blogging, Instagrammers, YouTube? How do you, like, I'm sure you might be knowing a lot of bloggers, influencers, YouTubers. They have this different kind of tricks and traits to be very tech savvy and very much active on Instagram and stuff.
See, things have changed over time. Initially, I think when the whole blogging business was introduced, it was a new way of reaching your products to normal people by showing them the real value of your products, or the true essence of them, rather than putting on a show and getting a scripted commercial made and selling them crap. So your real life people are using things, and if you like what they are about, these people, and if you like what way they are using these particular products in and what it's doing to them, the results that it's showing on them, then you can purchase them, you can invest in these products. If not, then at least you're at least getting a real picture of things over here. That's the point.
Absolutely.
So it was really real to begin with, but I think over time that whole I don't know, it just keeps getting adulterated in every trade, eventually. So I think it's just become a business now where, bloggers or people, for example, these days are just calling themselves bloggers for the essence of it, that, I'll get a free meal, or I'll get a freebie, or, these free...
So, that's what I was supposed to ask you. So, what was the end goal of, say, coming into an industry like blogging, right, or being an influencer? Right. I've seen a lot of bloggers, influencers who are very new into the industry. They have one thing in mind that, if I'm a food blogger, I'll get free meal. If I'm a fashion blogger, I'll get, say, free shopping vouchers or free clothes or free makeup or free beauty essentials.
For me, it's something that fell into place with the fact that I wanted to, or that I liked to model. So this is pretty much the same thing. I'm choosing my own products. Brands keep sending me offers and all, and I see which I would want to endorse, how I would like to style it. If I look at a particular product's picture and I'm like, oh my god, I can just create this look with this thing and I'd like to shoot this, I give them an offer, and if the amounts meet and match and the sensibilities match, I just take up on it. And it's the same thing for me. It's as good as modeling, just that now I have things in my control. I choose what I model for, I choose how I style it, I choose how I shoot it. You know what I mean? So the whole setup, the design, the styling, everything is mine over here. So I think it's just a more convenient way of doing
So what was the most important thing which you had in mind before starting to become a blogger influencer? Was it to achieve fame, or was it to make money, or was it to garner respect or in this industry, or what was it?
It was none of those things actually. It was just like I told you, that it just kept falling into stride with me. So if it was something that I kind of had fun doing, I just kept moving ahead with it. So I never thought about all these things that I'd like to be famous, or I'd like to get more products, or any of those things. I think now is the time when I've started taking my whole blogging business a little seriously. Until now, I was just doing it for fun. So it was more like,
So how does it work? So you have like 180,000 followers, right? I've seen a lot of bloggers, influencers having a team, having a manager with them. So are you like that one woman show, or what is it?
As of now, I never felt the need to have a manager or like an intern or whatever working for me, because I had a lot of things happening on my plate. See, I was doing this for fun up until now. I work with Coffee by Bella, and I have a certain set of responsibilities towards the brand, which on a day-to-day basis take away almost all of my time. And other than that, I am also kind of trying my hand at interior designing. So there's like a couple of spaces here and there which I design pieces for, or I try and deck up the place or whatever for friends and some close circle people. So those things are something that consume almost all my time, and blogging is something that I do on the side for fun. So I never really thought that I need someone to manage my profile or whatever until now. Now that I'm getting some really big brands and a lot of international brands roping in, I'm
If you just
thinking
name a few, what all brands do you work with? Which was the first official collaboration which you had?
I would say Coffee by DeBella was the first official collaboration because the shoot that we did for Coffee by DeBella with me being their brand ambassador.
Which year was that?
2015. 2015.
I saw your post.
Yeah, 2015. I don't even recall that properly, but then
So how was the entire experience with your first collaboration with Coffee by DeBella? What were your expectations? What were their expectations towards you? How did you fulfill them?
Oh, they were really nice to me with regards to that. They said, just do a photo shoot for us, make our products look amazing, make our coffees look great, and just look great. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, your photographer, your outfits, your styling, your everything. You just, you sail the boat on your own terms. And I'm like, I love this.
So they left everything up to you.
Yeah.
And then which all brands got in touch with you? Which all brands you working with right now?
Right now, I've switched my market to a lot of international brands. So as of now, I'm endorsing cosmetic products from Bobbi Brown, Smashbox, and Estee Lauder. And other than that, I'm collaborated with with a lot of international brands basically. So there's this website called Bodies that is based in Australia, and they do all these fitness-based outfits and stuff. And other than that, I'm with Daniel Wellington. It's a watch brand, so I have ongoing collaborations with them on every new product that comes basis, every new offer that comes out in the market basis. And other than that, I've done Thomas Earnshaw watches. I've done collaborations recently with.
So what exactly? So I'm sure there are different PR agencies which get in touch with you, who drop a mail to you that Megha, this is the kind of particulars we require from you. This is the kind of Snapchat, this is the kind of number of Instagram stories, this is the kind of number of Instagram posts we require from you. So how do you reply to those mails, or is this, do you agree to all the kind of terms and conditions they have, or what is it exactly?
Not really. See, firstly, when I get any such collaboration offers, the brands are looking at my profile, or they have come across my profile. They see the pattern at which I normally do my posts and all, and if they like the kind of styling that I do, or the kind of follower base that I have, or how I present myself, then they think that this is something that we want to be endorsed with or endorsed by. So that's when they get someone to approach me firstly. So they already know what they're getting into. They already have it in mind that this is what we want from her, because it's like my profile is already out there. They're seeing what kind of styling I do. I have a set pattern, a set style. There's a different way of how everyone dresses up, or how everyone presents a particular brand or a particular product. So they already like what I see, what I'm showing, or what I'm presenting on my social media. That's the reason why they get someone to approach me. So they already have all those things all set, that she's big on Instagram, and we want her to help us with Instagram. They know that I'm not on YouTube or whatever, so they won't even bring it up. So that's not a problem. And if they want Facebook or Twitter or whatever, they put in their requests that we want you to do this for us as well. If there is something that I feel that I can't match up to, or this is for, asking for too much in the particular amount that we have decided on or whatever, I'm always honest about my opinion, and I just write back to them telling them that I think that this would make more sense in this particular budget or whatever, or we could do this and this and this because of these particular reasons. And the conversations are always quite.
So, how important numbers are for you? So, I'm sure a lot bloggers coming into picture these days, right? New bloggers, new influencers who have 5,000-10,000 followers. They're always looking out to increase their followers. They always are focused more on not the quality of their page, but the numbers. So, today you have 180,000 followers. Right? The reason behind I'm talking about the same thing again is how important the number is to you. When it comes to collaborations, when it comes to getting paid for a particular product, how important numbers are for you?
See, honestly, if someone's putting in effort to style a particular brand, or style a particular or promote a particular new range or whatever that a brand has to offer, then there's a lot of effort that goes into it. I'm not just sitting at home and taking a selfie with a particular thing that's been sent to me and just putting it up on my social media, and people are not just going out and buying it just because they're seeing me put up a selfie with it. They have to see a little more sense to it, why this product? What's so good about it? How does it look on you? Show us what we can do with it. Even if it's a lipstick, even if it's a nail paint, they want to see how it looks.
My question was how important numbers are.
Yeah, that's my point. So what I'm trying to tell you is that when I'm putting in all this effort to try and showcase the particular product to all my followers with the essence of honesty, and trying to tell them trying to sell the product to them. I'm the one who's brainstorming the ideas and the reasons why and everything. Then I obviously want to get paid for it. Pretty much worthy enough of my effort.
Right.
You know what I mean? So the numbers are important when it comes to that. Also, if I have a photographer and an editor on my team who are, working on the pictures after that to make them pretty for the social media and everything, they expect to get paid. Why would they do it for free? So the numbers are important, but it's not just a number game when it comes to that. The numbers are important to some extent, but I won't take up a shit product or product which I won't use in my normal life, or something that I don't relate with, or something that I don't personally like.
I'm sure, especially when it comes to beauty blogging, right, or being a beauty influencer, right? If I'm not wrong, if I'm using the right word, a beauty influencer, right? I'm sure you get a lot of collaborations of different makeup brands, different products, different say material to put on your skin.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm sure it's risky as well at times to experiment so much stuff on your face.
But I don't do that.
You don't
I take up things which I think are my skin type. So whenever a beauty brand gets
but I'm sure they give you a collaboration where we pay you this much for using this product. Right. So how do you exactly do that? Do you filter them off? Okay, this is right for me.
Of course I filter them.
Okay.
And if I like a particular brand, I tell them that I don't think that these particular products that you're talking about over here suit my skin type. This is the kind of skin that I have, and I would like to try these products instead.
Okay.
And talk about these instead. Also, I have to take into account the kind of people who are following me and what kind of issues they have. So if I'm followed by a lot of Indian people or a lot of people who live in Mumbai, they have issues with with regards to the weather being all tropical and the weather being very humid and hot. So they have different kinds of skin problems. So I have to adhere to their requests or their issues and give them things that they would need.
Of course.
So I pick and choose my products. I don't endorse anything and everything that pays me money.
So Megha, knowing something about your personal life, right? What is the first thing you do in the morning? How's the schedule of the day?
First thing I do in the morning is hydrate myself.
Okay.
Drink water or have a cup of green tea or something. I can't start my day without that.
Okay.
And then I shower.
Okay.
So yeah.
And what's your daily routine generally?
Wake up, get ready in the morning, and then sit down to reply back to emails and reviews and stuff. So it's all mixed with my blogging and with Coffee by Debella. So whatever work I have.
So getting both things over here. So I'm sure blogging and being an influencer is a time-consuming stuff, right? Like a lot of corporate people, right, who have this 9 to 7 or a job, right? They always scared to enter blogging and being an influencer because they feel that it's a time-consuming stuff.
It is.
So how do you manage your time? I'm sure you're working with Coffee by Debella as well, right? How much time do you give to your blogging stuff? How much time do you give to your shoots? And what all stuff do you do or else professionally?
So majority of my time or the priority of my time goes to Coffee by Debella, and then any other time that I have left on me goes to me emailing or replying back to collaboration emails or requests or whatever, and following up with my social media on a daily basis. And given that up until now I was only active solely on Instagram, there wasn't much work to do. The more platforms you have to handle, the more work there is for you. That's when you need someone else to come in and help you. That's why you need an intern, helping you with all those things and managing all those things for you, replying back for you and all of that stuff. So until now it wasn't that hectic, and it's been really easily manageable and everything. And with regards to my shoots and all, whenever I think that I have enough number of products where I can plan a day's shoot and get some looks going, I just sit and
So when it comes to you as an influencer and taking it very seriously, where do you see yourself in the next 3 years in the same industry? I'm sure you might be getting offers from Rudy's or Roadies, Splitsvilla, Big Boss,
gone are those
Gungra,
days.
and so how do you react to such? I've seen a lot of media articles where you've got offered for such things. How do you react to them?
I've seen back in the day when I was modeling and everything, that's the time when I was offered all these shows that you're talking about, and I'm through with them because I never wanted to do them then. I'm definitely not interested in doing them now.
Any particular reason behind saying no to such?
It's just a different ball game altogether. That's not the way I want to present myself out in the world, and that's not the way I see myself. So the kind of people they have on those shows and all, I don't think sensibilities match, and I don't think I can last in a setup like that for more than 5 minutes or whatever. So whatever I have seen of those shows even back in the day, it only gets filthier now. So whatever I've seen even back in the day was something that I never took a liking to, so I don't see myself.
So tell me one thing which you have taken a decision and you still regret when it comes to blogging influencing, whether it's you say no, I don't want to collaborate with this brand and that brand is huge today, or probably any one thing which you still regret.
No, there are plenty of brands which are huge today which were nothing back in the day when I said no to them, and I didn't like their collection then, I don't like their collection now, so I stand my ground. If I don't relate with a particular product and a design or a kind of clothing line, then that's just not my style, so I don't want to do it just because it's famous or whatever. I can't.
So being a fashion, lifestyle and a beauty influencer, what is that one thing which you have not done till now and you look forward to do?
Getting all my other social media going, my YouTube and my vlogs.
But I'm surprised you're not that active on Facebook and Twitter.
It's just too much, like I said, because I wasn't looking at it professionally up until now, that's too much involvement and that's too much of being out there in the world and too much talking, and I need my space.
Okay, when it comes to Instagram, how much DMs do you get? Which is the last DM which you got?
So there are these two sections of DMs where someone can approach you if they're a brand or something, and if it's a unknown person who you have never contacted or spoken to before, their DMs go into the other request. Yeah. So I pretty much don't open those where they're normal DMs or whatever.
But I'm sure
it's all decline.
Like you're looking gorgeous today. You're gorgeous. Your Instagram is great. A lot of guys put you hi, how you doing? Let's go on a date.
With all due respect, I'm glad that they like my profile and they like the way I present myself or whatever. But if I'm not up for conversations, I'm not.
But how do you tackle them as such? Do you avoid them completely?
Like I said, decline.
Okay, that's good. Which is that celebrity you look up to when it comes to? I'm sure when it comes to fashion, especially and Bollywood, Sonam Kapoor is doing really well. That's what a lot of fashion.
I'm not a very Bollywood person, so I don't relate with any celebrity in Bollywood or.
I'm sure when you started or till now, you have somebody who you look up to.
No.
You never. So
I've been a Hollywood baby back in the day also. So even when I was a kid, my mom used to be watching regular TV like regular people, and I used to be sitting in my room watching Star World and Star Movies and HBO when it was all brand new and nobody even knew about those channels and everything. And my mom just used to be like what? And I'm like, come watch with me, it's more fun. And there's there are these Hollywood shows and everything which people have heard of now, and I watched them back then when I was a child. So I've never really had a fancy towards Bollywood. I've always been more about Hollywood because I think they have better storylines and they have more performances happening, and they're more they know what they're doing. No offense, I shouldn't be saying that, but yeah.
Okay, that's great in fact. Okay, now let's talk about fashion. How do you define fashion sense? Like a lot of people, they generally talk, right? You don't have a fashion sense. This guy has a fashion sense. How do you define it?
Fashion sense to me, if I have to tell someone to inculcate a fashion sense, what I would tell them to do is to firstly study their body type, study everything about themselves, their flaws, their plus points, and then to find clothes or to find accessories that highlight the good stuff about them and which help them camouflage the bad things about them or the things which they are not confident about, and then to be comfortable in what they're wearing. Comfort is everything. If you're not
it's the way you carry yourself.
Exactly. If you're not comfortable with what you're wearing, if you're not confident about what you're wearing, no matter what you wear, you'll never look like you're someone with a fashion sense, because you're going to look like someone who's very uncomfortable.
What do you generally prefer? You prefer expensive clothing, or you prefer what kind of brands?
I'm a design kind of person. Honestly, I'm not a brand or I'm not a very socially affected kind of person.
So I'm sure you'll be very selective about a lot of stuff, that this color, this kind of pattern you want, this kind of stuff.
There are certain, not really. Any color that looks in a particular design or a pattern and I feel like, I can style this like this and wear it like that and carry it off really well, I pick it up. I mean, I don't know, I have that in me that I just look at a particular item of clothing and I can just mix and match all these corset belts and these shoes and these things, and I know that, this is going to look like, it's going to look really nice if I team it up with this and this and this and wear it like that. So,
but I'm sure you'll have some fixed brands in your mind which you regularly shop from.
Nothing like that.
No?
Different brands come up with different collections every now and then, so it's all mix and match and pick and choose. And
Okay. Any one particular brand you love the most?
I don't
When it
have
comes to fashion.
nothing really. I don't know. I've seen like a lot of brands have. Elisa I used to really love for all their gowns and everything that they used to have. But then again, there was a time when their collection went a little downhill, and I was like, okay, this is too repetitive. Okay, I've seen these designs before, and you know the flow and the
Right.
fabrics and the colors and how they used to merge all these colors in, and the intricate embroideries and the designs and all. They used to be absolutely stunning back in the day, and then you know there was just like they're too repetitive kind of brand, and then again they picked up and all. So there's plenty of brands. Yeah, there's O'Hare.
Okay, so if I give you a
love lot of
situation, three situation, you're going for a movie, you're going on a date, and say you're going out with your parents, or you're going out for a review. What how will you carry yourself? What kind of clothes will you wear? How will you dress yourself?
brands. Out with my parents, I would like to look classy, and I would like to look someone who's look like someone who's a little on the mature side. Probably I would not
With
want
your
to
parents?
dress. Yeah, I
Okay.
would want to dress very childish with my parents. I would like to dress up a little mature and a little
Okay.
sophisticated and classy and elite with them.
Okay.
Because that's the way you carry yourself when you're out with family, because you're going to certain places, and your relatives or certain people from the society are going to meet you or whatever. So you want to be the big kid of the house now, who's her mama's shadow or
Okay.
whatever.
For a movie.
For a movie, something that's very casual and comfortable and fun. I would like the look to not be too loud, but at the same time I would like it to be fun. So yeah, it has to be interesting and fun. So skirts with t-shirts, or
Okay.
probably just a simple day dress or whatever, or shorts or dungarees these days are like really picking the
Okay.
nerves. So
You're going on a date.
I would like to dress up pretty. So for a
So you
date.
want to look like that doll or something?
Yeah, doll up, look like a little, like a pretty sophisticated girl, and carry myself in a manner where you have, you have,
Yeah.
I think all the class and all the right factors, I think, strewn into place. I don't want to look too over the top over there also, I think. So I would, depending on what kind of date I'm going for, where I'm going.
Whom are you going? Probably.
No,
That's also
there won't be a
important.
whom over there. There will only be one person, if and whenever. But it depends on what place we are going to.
Right.
And I think I will dress up according to the occasion and the place. That's important.
And you're going for a review.
A review has
I'm sure
to
you
be
go for a lot of reviews
not
every
a lot.
other day.
I just pick and choose the brands that I want to be reviewing for, and then I go to those particular events. Otherwise, I don't really land up at every event that's happening. That's a little too wasted for me. I have too much on my plate. Depending on the kind of products that they're launching, I would like to dress up. So if someone has a collection which, like Smashbox recently launched these glitter or these
Yeah.
shimmery lip colors and everything.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do something that's a little on the, shimmery or the bold side or whatever. So I was wearing this t-shirt that had all this shimmer on it, and I was wearing like a leather skirt which was shiny, and I was wearing boots with it. So I think I like to mix and match my outfits as per the products that they're launching or the theme that they have.